So you'll be familiar with this. This is my bench CRZ setup with an ECM and MCM talking to each other, so I can develop the code for my OBD2 CNC, which the testers will be familiar with. Now, as you know, I'm shoehorning some supercapacitors in, and I want to monitor those. And I have got some CRZ lithium BMS modules here. Each one of these modules does 10 cells. So I'm using 40S2P, if you remember from the earlier videos. So 4 of these modules will monitor my 40 cells. And eventually, if I manage to get a CRZ MCM, which is this module here, then I might be able to look at the communication between the two and work out the balancing code as well. But I've also got those cheap balancing boards on for the time being, but these will give me the voltage basically of all the lithium cells, which will be very useful. What I've done is I've added this. These are on a CAN bus, so I've added these onto the FCAN, which goes between the MCM and the ECM. There's lots of other modules on that as well, and these two seem to be accepting it quite happily. So these are busy transmitting away the cell voltages onto the FCAN bus, and we can basically pick those up now from the OBD2 port as normal with this device. So I've added yet another screen, or a couple of screens. It doesn't do much very exciting. Obviously there's nothing connected to these at the moment, so there are no voltages to display, but basically we've got some data, debug data at the top, and then we've got 10 voltages, and then we've got a counter here, which is the number of CAN packets which are coming in from these 4 modules. So the refresh rate is going to be pretty high, and you can just go through the normal screens as you would expect, and it's showing me lots of information. So there's now another configuration screen, and you can basically turn off the BMS checking. So if you haven't got a BMS fitted or haven't got the lithium fitted like this, then you just turn this off to naught. So I'll go back to the main screen. So that's still all going on. The main screen's still chugging away, and it's still getting all that live data. But it's now also doing more stuff, and it's now also getting these which have been added to the FCAN bus. So it'll be interesting to see if actual accepts it on the bench here, but it'll be interesting to see if it actually accepts those in the car added to the FCAN bus. I would think it probably will, because I don't know, I haven't seen a circuit diagram for the Lithium Civic, but they probably already are on the FCAN bus, and they must have unique IDs, so they shouldn't really interfere with anything. It's just whether the bus bandwidth is able to cope with these extra 4 modules, which it probably is, and so we shouldn't probably have a problem. So it's very interesting, and obviously I've still got to make up the 40 connections for these, so there's loads of work to do. As you can see, things are progressing slowly. The weather's terrible here, and we're all still in lockdown, so it's a good opportunity to do some work on this system.